Hello and welcome to the history of the Ghostbusters. Today's episode we'll be doing Zuul. And here we go. Zuul, the Gatekeeper of Gozer, is a demigod and minion of Gozer, the Destructor, alongside Vinz, Clortho, the Keymaster. Zuul is assumed to be female due to being known as the Gatekeeper, and for possessing a female host instead of a male host. It possessed Dana Barrett in Ghostbusters. It was worshipped by the Mesopotamians, Sumerians, and Hittites in 6000 BC, along with Gozer. In 1984, when Dana opened her refrigerator to discover the inside was another dimension, she saw Gozer's temple. Zuul looked from the stairs, and the other terror dog, Vinz Clortho, suddenly popped up and shouted, "Zuul," at Dana, only for her to freak out and run away screaming. Sometime later, after the incident, during an intense thunderstorm, Zuul manifested in the physical plane atop the Shandor building's rooftop, breaking out of a Gothic statue in its likeness. Zuul possessed Dana as she arrived at home to get ready for her date with Peter Venkman by having demonic claws pin her to her armchair while it telekinetically propelled the chair into the kitchen where Zuul awaited her. Zuul, now in possession of Dana Barrett, acted like a seductive temptress and sought only Vinz Clortho, who had likewise possessed Louis Tilly, Dana's nerdy neighbor who harbored a not-so-secret crush on her. As Peter arrived for his date with Dana, he noticed a radical change, but curiously overpowered him and proceeded to gain entrance into her apartment by tricking Zuul into believing he was a friend of the Keymaster. Peter asked her for her name, and she introduced herself as Zuul, the Gatekeeper. Upon further prodding by Peter, Zuul revealed that they must prepare for the coming of Gozer, the Destructor. Zuul then aggressively attempted to seduce Peter, to which he responded by refusing her advances and insisting on talking to Dana. Zuul was initially amused, but became frustrated after further insisting. She responded in a horrific demonic voice, "There is no Dana, only Zuul." Angered by Peter's persistence, Zuul, in Dana's body, began to levitate her above the bed, while growling and roaring ferociously at Peter. Later, Peter sedated Dana's possessed body with a large dose of Thorazine. When Walter Peck shut down the storage facility, releasing all of the ghosts, Zuul awoke, sensing the supernatural energy. She walked towards her living room with a sinister grin, to get a closer look at the ghosts escaping from the Ghostbusters headquarters. Upon seeing the supernatural energy fly in front of her building, she suddenly blew out the wall of her apartment with a ferocious roar, leaving Vinz Clortho away to locate her. Afterwards, the Keymaster noticed Dana's destroyed living room wall as he wandered along the street below. Shocked, he walked into the building and burst open her door. Vinz introduced himself as the Keymaster, to which a grinning Zuul replied she was the Gatekeeper. The two demons walked towards each other, meeting in the center of the demolished living room in a passionate embrace. As the Ghostbusters made their way through Dana's apartment, both Zuul and Vinz, now standing in opposite pedestals once occupied by their Gothic statues, raised their arms to the sky slowly. Suddenly, they were both struck by bolts of lightning, which they redirected towards the large temple doors, causing them to open. Once the doors were completely open, Zuul began to absorb the supernatural lightning bolts, shaking violently and smiling as the Ghostbusters finally arrived and started at her and Vinz. Having absorbed enough demonic energy, Zuul began to lower her arms down to the pedestal surface, her body thrashing uncontrollably under the force of the lightning shooting through her. As her hands touched the pedestals, a large lightning blast convened on her, transforming her and Vinz from Dana Barrett and Louis Tilly's human forms into their natural, demonic terror dog forms. The two beasts turned and roared menacingly at the Ghostbusters before taking their positions alongside the crystalline doors, which revealed Gozer. After the Ghostbusters crossed their streams and defeated Gozer, the full positronic reversal also affects Zuul and Vinz, turning their beastly bodies back to stone, leaving Dana Barrett and Louis Tilly trapped inside their respective shells. The Ghostbusters dug them out and they survived, having no memory of any of their actions while under demonic possession. Thank you for watching the history of the Ghostbusters. Special thanks to the Ghostbuster Wiki and all contributors for all information you heard today. Don't forget to give us a like, share, and subscribe if you can. If you have, thank you, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.